Hello, you guys. Welcome back to As Told by Kenya. In today's video, we have a Kenya Has Thoughts. This Kenya Has Thoughts is going to be me complaining because I have stuff to complain about. The first person on my hit list is HBO Max, whatever the fuck you want to be called. Why in the world would y'all cancel Rap Shit? Rap Shit is my show. There are very few shows that I watch currently that are not like prestige television, but also not fucking terrible. They just ride this middle and it's just enjoyable and I like the characters. It's something I can put on with a meal and I go on with my life. That is what Rap Shit was for me. Rap Shit made me feel good, and what I enjoyed about Rap Shit is that Rap Shit seemed to have been getting better as time went on. It seemed to have a writer's room that cared about the show, that cared about the characters. This was such a unique and specific story, and the characters were such specific types of Black people, and it was just enjoyable to see those types of Black people on the screen, and I laughed. I found shit funny, and it got left on a cliffhanger. I wanted to know what was next. Now, did I know the writing was on the wall? Yes. When we were not getting any renewals, more people were watching the show, and Max still wasn't saying shit about Rap Shit Season 3, I said, yeah, it's looking like they're closing up shop. And of course, they are closing up shop. Now, here is the thing. If this was the first time Max did me wrong, I might be able to look the other way. But I can't, because in my opinion, the best show that Max has had that it did not give a chance was Generation. Generation had one season on Max. You cannot watch Generation on Max anymore. You would have to go down to Tubi to go watch Generation. Generation was so good. It had so many good characters. It was funny. It was a high school show that I felt was almost a little like elevated. We get a lot of high school shows, but this was a high school show that felt elevated. It was fun. They had interesting topics. The characters could go so many places. And instead of keeping Generation on my television, they cut it for Gossip Girl reboot and a Degrassi reboot. Gossip Girl reboot got canceled after 2 seasons, even though I think at the time of cancellation of Generation, we already knew Gossip Girl, like the reboot was bad, but maybe it hadn't come out yet. But it's gone. Gossip Girl is gone. And then the Degrassi reboot never fucking even hit the screens. So you got rid of Generation because there was too many high school shows and Generation was made redundant. But you got rid of the other 2 high school shows. What does that mean? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. And Generation had so much hope. Another show they got rid of that could have stayed, Love Life Season 2, which I also think is on Tubi now. You gotta stay with me. Also needed more. It needed more. We could have followed all different types of couples, specifically Black couples, through this type of show. So good, so visionary, and also it's gone. So you got rid of 2 shows that I enjoy, and we honestly can go down the list. Like Max has cut some good shows. And for what? In exchange for what? In exchange for what? Max doesn't have that many good shows. You have, so HBO is its own entity, and you have Max. You have some people who complain like, oh my God, they dropped the HBO off of Max. Does HBO not exist? Yes, HBO still exists. If you had cable, you could call up your local cable provider and they'll put HBO on your television. HBO still exists, and some shows are just HBO original shows. Like Succession was an HBO original show. Insecure was an HBO original show. True Detective, a new season of True Detective is on right now. It's an HBO original show, right? And then you have Max shows. Max are more usually like 30-minute type of shows, not as like heavy. I would say the budget is a little lower on a Max show. I think the most acclaimed Max show they have right now is Hacks. Here's the thing. In solidarity with my girls, Mia and Shauna, I am going to be canceling Max. Now, I will have to tell you, I will break the picket line just for Hacks. Hacks is one of my favorite shows on television. So when Hacks come back, I will have to, maybe I can get a little linky poo, so I ain't gotta give Max back. But I do enjoy hacks. I have to be there for hacks. But what do y'all have? What do y'all have? What do you need to go click into Max for? It's a monkey behind a keyboard over there running Max. I do not get it. I do not know what they are trying to do. Now that Succession is gone, what even do HBO have? I do want to tap into that new True Detective season, but what does even HBO have? Then they selling off all their IP to all these random places because I guess bills do. Watchmen, which is their best limited series they have ever done. Yes, I said ever. And I love Mayor of Easttown. Mayor of Easttown and Watchmen are the two best limited series, in my opinion, of all times. Barry Jenkins' Underground Railroad on Amazon Prime, you also can get in the mix too. That is also a good limited series. Don't get me to talking about TV, baby. TV is my thing. They don't have Succession anymore. You're sending all your good IP over to all types of other places. What's going on? What's going on? What is like rap shit was just, I don't know, it was just fun. What happened to good fun? Anyways, we can move on. Y'all going to hell over on Max. Usher baby. Usher got the winter digital issue of Vogue. That matters. Usher got the winter digital issue of Vogue, and it looked like this. There are so many things wrong with this, and we can discuss. Number one, Anna Wintour might as well be a monkey behind a computer as well, because what the fuck is this? This doesn't look good. Beyond all the politics, picking your size, what's going on, this is ugly. This does not look good. This does not draw the eye. Did y'all see the Sienna Miller cover that they did? I think that's their last cover since this cover. Also ugly. Like this doesn't look good. This does not look good. It doesn't make any sense. Who am I supposed to be looking at? You have these kids, bless their heart, in these orange uniforms, and so that draws the eye. You have some white lady. Who is she? Am I the villain for not knowing who this white lady is? I do not know who this white lady is. And if you stare at the picture Where's Waldo style long enough, you will find Usher. You will find Usher somewhere in there. Before you even find Usher on the page, you will see Usher's name. So then you're confused. So first you see these kids because they have one of them loud uniforms. Okay, let the kids have it. And then you will see this white lady because she's also in front of you, and then you see Usher's name, and you're like, Usher, and then when you squint, you'll be like, oh, there's Usher. That's not how it's supposed to work. Now, I did not get my degree in digital design, but I do know this is not how I'm supposed to read this magazine cover. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess. I don't understand what this white lady is doing here. I'm assuming for optics. I'm assuming they were just putting Usher on a cover or just following the Super Bowl doesn't make any sense for Vogue. So let's put this white lady who's a model on the cover so it makes more sense. But why does it have to make sense? Why does it have to make sense? Usher's Usher. Let Usher be Usher. Let Usher just have... It's a digital cover. That's the thing that's really killing me about this entire situation. It's a digital cover. It's not going to print. If maybe I'm mistaken on what the word digital means, but it's a digital cover, which means it's not going to print. So therefore, why couldn't you, if optics don't need to matter? Optics of it really don't need to matter. You could just put Usher on the cover, put it up on the website, and that's what a fucking digital issue is. It's just gonna be on people's phone and in people's computer. So why not do that? Why not do that? Because Vogue has a very interesting relationship with Black people. That brings me to something I want to discuss. Seeing the Emmys and seeing Io and Quinta both win big time Emmys, seeing Niecy Nash win an Emmy, I think Io deserves the September issue of Vogue. And I'm going to say it, I'm going to put it out there. And if they don't give it a September issue of Vogue, she should be on another issue of Vogue. She should have an American Vogue cover. And no wonder the girls running over the British Vogue. No wonder the girls running over the British Vogue, because it's a lot better over there. The covers are at least somewhat more inventive than what, the covers aren't even good. I don't even care who the fuck on the covers. They're not even good to look at. They don't look good. They do not look good. What you want me to say? what you want me to say. The next thing I want to discuss is the Baftas. The Baftas is like the British Film Awards. It's kind of like their Oscars, whatever. Lily Gladstone didn't get nominated for a BAFTA, and I'm gonna call for some heads, because let me explain to you how BAFTA voting works for nomination. So you get like votes, like you vote in who you want. So I think you get like 3 votes. Like I think 3 people get voted in. 3 people had the most votes, they get in. And then the last 3 are voted on by a jury. So you mean to tell me, BAFTAs, y'all watch all these performances for the year, and you don't believe Lily Gladstone had one of the top 6 performances of the year? I am sure if we go to all the voting, and everyone who with the most 6 votes who got in, she would have gotten in. She is a top 6, but you ignored that with your jury decision and didn't put her in there. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. I didn't make a video of my favorite movies of the year, but I am actually going to go on a limb and say Killers of the Flower Moon is underrated with how well Barbie did. Oppenheimer, all of that. Oppenheimer is going to sweep the awards. You get Emma Stone getting her stuff with Poor Things. I feel like Killers of the Flower Moon is being forgotten. I think Killers of the Flower Moon, I thought it was a really good movie. I really did, start to finish. Yes, it's 3 hours and like 20 minutes, but I think it needs every last bit of it. And I think Lily gives an incredible performance. I really do. She gives a performance that is subdued. She gives a performance that isn't like rah in your face, but you feel for her the entire time. You feel every death, every sickness. You feel it. You feel like you're getting sick with her in that movie. And so go watch it, by the way. I think it just got put on Apple TV. Go watch that. But yeah, them not nominating her for a BAFTA, I don't care too much about the BAFTA, because let's keep in mind, the BAFTAs are going to prioritize their movie, so that's why you get the Saltburn nominations all throughout. That's where you get, so they're going to prioritize their, but Lily is just good regardless. Lily is good regardless, so do not piss me off. The next thing that I want to discuss is the 10-year-olds at Sephora, because I guess this is like something someone pointed out on TikTok, and now people have been discussing it. I don't make it my job to reprimand 10-year-olds or to judge 10-year-olds for their actions, or say 10-year-olds are just out here being annoying. I'm too grown for that, and I think it's weird. So that's not what I am going to do. Let's talk about the situation at hand. Yes, 10-year-olds be up at Sephora, baby. I don't even like to go to Sephora when school is out or on the weekends, because baby, the little kids are in there. But they in there, and like, yes, just by being in there, they kind of a nuisance, but they're not a nuisance actually. Like, they don't actually be in there doing all that much except taking up space. Like, I know some people say 10-year-olds be like wrecking the shit and tearing shit up, and I'm just like, do they? Yes, maybe they do, but I think they just acting like little kids. I think they're just acting like little kids and doing what little kids do. And then because of the availability of adult-ish content, because of a TikTok, because of a YouTube, because of an Instagram, kids are seeing the stuff that adults and younger adults are enjoying. And Sephora is free to walk in. So of course they're going to walk into Sephora and they're going to see what the hype is about. I just think we're judging them for doing something we also would do. I know back when I was in middle school, there was a shopping place like down the road from my middle school, and people used to walk from middle school, so they used to tell their parents they were like going over to like their friend's house after school, and instead of like going home on the bus, they would walk to this shopping complex and then hang out there for a couple hours. Then someone's parents would pick them up from there, and they also was in them stores doing God knows what, definitely not buying shit. So I just think that's something that kids have always done, so it's easy to just be like, oh my gosh, the kids, they're taking in such adult content, but like, they have access to more adult content, and so obviously they're going to do that. And so like, and then if you believe kids are really out here accessing too much adult content, doing too much adult stuff, that falls on parents. That don't fall on 10-year-olds. That falls on parents. Check them phones. But like, see what your child is up to. And that brings me to the real issue. There's always a root to everything that becomes like, you know, why. If 10-year-olds just ain't all of a sudden in all of our Sephoras. The issue has become 10-year-olds don't have anything to do. The tweens don't have anything to do. Y'all be up here, like, when you think about like amusement parks, I know back in my day, there was a big amusement park in my city. And like, you could just go to this amusement park. It didn't matter how old you were. Your parents could drop you off and you could walk around this amusement park. No one would give a damn, ask you a single question. Now I believe you have to have parent supervision up until you're 17 years old. You have to be with an adult. And that's something that's happening a lot. Like, a lot of stuff that was created for that age range to go do and be independent and have fun, a lot of that type of stuff is being shut down. A lot of that type of stuff is being geared towards adults. Like, y'all get mad when y'all see kids in Dave and Buster's. Y'all get mad that kids are running around Dave and Buster's. Like, who else can run around Dave and Buster's? You know, y'all acting irate down at the Top Golf. Like, can't kids swing some golf balls? Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's just not a lot of activities for them to partake in. And then when you get into the media, how many shows are geared towards that type of audience, you know? Like, when we had back in the day, we had cable, right? And so like, you watch Nickelodeon, you watch Disney, you watch Cartoon Network, so you saw kids who looked like you and they showed you the stuff that you should like. But now with streaming, so much content is in their face. Of course they're gonna choose the grown people stuff. And then a lot of that grown people stuff is the stuff constantly. They don't want to go over to the 4Kids that got all the little baby stuff on them. And so like, they don't know where to go, you know? And so they're looking for something. They're looking for some type of thrill. And being an adult business, I guess, is that thrill in many ways. So I think instead of judging these little kids so harshly and being like, they're such nuisance, they already feel that way. Y'all already treat little kids like they're nuisance. Like, you already treat them like they are a burden, they in your way. How about we come together and try to create spaces for them? Because I just don't think being at Sephora all goddamn day is that fun. It's all that goddamn fun. I think The Cut published an article talking about how these little kids don't even be buying shit. They don't even be buying shit. They be touching up everything and don't even be buying shit. So you think they having fun, or are they just bored? Are they just bored and trying to find something to do? You have places shutting down, libraries. Like, where did they go? Where do they go except places that just let you linger around? It's like Sephora. At least you get to touch stuff and try stuff out. So I just think there's a way to be kinder and have a more thoughtful conversation about little kids and like the stuff that they are getting into that doesn't just frame them out to just be annoying like pests, you know? Anyways, Max going to hell. Baftas, y'all wrong for what y'all did to Lily. What else did I complain about? Vogue, y'all nasty for what y'all did to Usher and what y'all continue to do to like the people who deserve Vogue covers. Be serious. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one.